Chapter 700 of Naruto, the epilogue. This chapter was cool, man. It was completely in color. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That was cool to see it completely in color. Just like, yep, that's cool. I want to see that completely in color. Shino at the very beginning shocked me because I had no idea who that was. So I'm like, who is this dude? He looks like RoboCop. He had the big fucking visor thing on his face. I was like, who is this guy? And then they said Aburame. I was like, what? That's Shino? Son, Shino, bitch? I was like, whoa. That was cool, man. I like that. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was cool as shit. You know? And I also like seeing Konohamaru and his little crew or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They all have grown up. You know what I'm saying? So this one thing, this is something I did notice. So the movie, The Last, takes place 2 years after the war, right? So that would make Naruto and the gang about 19 years old or something like that. And you have to be like 5 in order to go to the academy, right? The Ninja Academy. So this storyline takes place 5 years after the Naruto The Last movie. So a total of 7 years. So that would make these characters 24-ish, right? In their mid-20s. So my age. Naruto and me are the same age right now. About 24 or 25, right? So I just kind of like, okay. That's the math I'm doing in my head anyway, because it has to be at least 5 years because of Naruto's kid being in the academy. He has 2 kids, and I'm assuming they're a year apart because the girl is not in the academy, but the son is. The son is inside of the academy, so that's that. And speaking of the children, that we are introduced to various children in this chapter. Naruto's son's name is Bolt, and on the wiki page, the Naruto wiki page, it does say that his name is pronounced as Bolt, but it's written in the Japanese as Burato. No, the Japanese pronunciation of the English word Bolt. You know what I'm saying? Burato, which is, Baruto, Burato. So there's that. It also says that his name is a reference to Neji, because again, I think I said that in my thing, that Neji in Japanese means screw. And it also is a reference to Minato being the flying thunder god technique. You know, a bolt of lightning is, you know what I'm saying, preceding, a thunderquake. So that's kind of a reference to that. We get introduced to Shikamaru's kid. Shikamaru ends up with Tamari, of course, Naruto ends up with Hinata. Yay for me. Who else? Sai ends up with Ino. That one was not shocking, but I was just kind of like, seeing the kid freaked me out because it was just like literally a little Sai with Ino hair and Ino eyes. So I was just like, whoa. But that pale ass skin, I was like, ooh, that looks weird as shit. And then Choji ends up with that girl, I think her name was Kuri, or something like Karui, Karui, or something like that. And that shocked me the most because that shit was like a straight curveball, son. It came out of nowhere. I was just like, what? When I saw Choji's daughter, the first thing that ran through my mind was, who the fuck looks like that? Who the fuck looks like that? Who looks like that? And I couldn't think of anybody. Then I saw them all together. I was like, ooh, wasn't expecting that at all. I was not expecting that, And then we see Asuma's daughter. I can't think of her name. I don't think she has a name yet, which is weird. We see Asuma's daughter or whatever, and she's going somewhere with Kakashi and Guy, like on a training regiment or something like that. Guy's in a wheelchair. I don't know if he can actually get up, but he's in a wheelchair. We see Rock Lee with his son. I'm assuming that Tenten is the child's mother. I'm assuming, because right after we see we see Rock Lee with a kid, the next shot is of Tenten. So I'm assuming that they got together. I don't know, because I thought Tenten sort of had a thing for Neji, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's just assume that they got together. You know what I'm saying? We saw Gaara. He looked like Emperor Hirohito. We saw the new Tsuchikage, who was the granddaughter of Onoki. We see the new Rakage, who is Darui. He has a little mustache now, 70s porn star. We see the new Mizukage, who was that kid. I can't remember his name. The kid who kind of was always doubting himself, and the fifth Mizukage was like, "Hey, calm down." You know what I'm saying? Like you good. That kid who got the shark teeth and that sword. I can't remember his name. Speaking of shark teeth, what the fuck happened to Orochimaru and his gang? I was hoping to kind of get some closure with that, because we see them get released from the Infinite Tsukuyomi, but then we don't see them anymore after that. I'm like, no, don't do me like that. What's happened? Like, where did they go? Like, where did they go? Because these guys are still criminals. You know what I'm saying? So where in the fuck did they go? You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. But man, seeing everything happen was weird. And then we see that Sasuke and Sakura actually got married. I don't know if they married, but they at least had sex and had a child. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Salada or something like that. Salada. Salad A. Her name is Salada. And she wears glasses like Cotine, so that confused me like a motherfucker. But she has every trait from Sasuke. The black hair, the black eyes. She has every trait from Sasuke. And we see Sasuke in the woods, just kind of walking around. He still has a sword. He looks exactly like Madara Uchiha. So that was awkward to see, you know what I'm saying? But he's just walking around with his sword. He's still wandering around the world. I guess he's a vagabond. He is the roaming Hokage. Let's call him that. For his title from now on is roaming Hokage. The roaming Kage. Cool. And then Naruto is the 7th. Kakashi retired from being the 6th. Naruto is the 7th. Naruto's son, Bolt, draws and paints on the Hokage monuments because he hates the Hokages, because he wants attention from his dad, but because his dad's the Hokage, he's somewhat getting ignored. He doesn't like that shit. It's just really crazy to see these characters grow up, and I'm glad. I know they're gonna sound douchey, but I'm really glad that in the end Naruto ended up being with Hinata, because I was a fucking huge fan of that shipping, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. You know what? This is how I am with that shit though, and you guys can say whatever the fuck you want, but if he didn't end up with Hinata, I would rather see him alone. That's just how I am. I would rather see him alone, you know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck. When I saw that kid, when I first saw Bolt, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. We see the kid Bolt. I'm like, okay, that's cool. His eyes were lighter in Naruto, so I'm like, okay, who is he with? Because his eyes are lighter. And then I saw his hair. That's what did it. When I saw his hair, I'm like, okay, this shit not as spiky as Naruto shit is. This shit is kind of wavy. So right off the bat, I was like, well, it can't be Sakura, because Sakura has spiky hair too. So I was like, okay, it must be Hinata, because she's the only one who got that straight hair. I'm talking about just straight, like it been permed and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's the only one who got that hair. So I was like, yeah. Then when I saw the daughter, I was just like, they ended up together. That's cool as fuck. And also on the Naruto wiki page, the daughter's name is Himawari, because I said that in the reaction video. Manga Panda said that the Hyuga is written as sunflower, but I don't think that's right. Himawari is written as sunflower, and the manga stream translation said, well, of course it's going to be happening because these share your name, not these share his name, which is the Hyuga clan. This share our name. Those sunflowers share her name, and her name is written as sunflower, it's meaning sunflower, so it's Himawari. That's her name. Himawari Uzumaki and Bolt Uzumaki, so that's cool. And it ends on the best note with Naruto being the 7th Hokage, and with the world being at peace, and Naruto has transformed the village into a metropolis, from what I can tell. That's awesome. I wish we could see what happened with Orochimaru and Kabuto and all those guys, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end, you know. And Kishimoto, man, congratulations on all your success. Probably gonna never watch this, but congratulations on all your success, man. And again, I wish you the best in your future endeavors because you took me on a journey for these past years. I haven't been reading it for 15 years, but I have been a fan of this series, you know what I'm saying, for about 10 right now. So you took me on that long journey, man, and it was satisfying to the end, you know what I'm saying? So I thank you for that. Vash St. Pete.